What can I say other than I love most of the music in this game? Konami proves once again they are masters when it comes to awesome game music. In fact, they have too many great songs for me to pick a favorite, which is a blessing and a curse at the same time, because I had a difficult time deciding what music to use for this episode. Still, not all the music in this game was epic all the time. I, for one, did not enjoy the music for Baxter's base or Mikey's cave stages, or for that matter, his boss battle. Come to think of it, it was riding my last nerve and I really didn't like it. I was also very miffed at Konami because I have no idea of the people who were involved in composing the music for this game. I know who was responsible for the sound effects, but I have no idea who did the music. Whoever did it though, I like the fact that the music used is that of the 2000 theme song and is predominant throughout the compositions. And I smiled big when I heard the Turtles' victory theme is based after an arrangement of the 1987 Turtles theme song. Talk about cowabunga! For the sound effects, I guess they were okay. I noticed they used a lot of grunts and noises from the 2003 show, so I guess it's alright. What's funny is I actually picked this game up for my Game Boy Advance after buying Konami's new GameCube Turtles game at the same time, which was a major disappointment for me. Until I moved back to the East Coast in 2004, I had never really played this game, fearing that it was just as bad as the 3D game of the same name. Thank God it wasn't. Man oh man was I like a kid at Christmas time, even though it was June. I played through the entire game twice that day. While I wasn't a major fan of the latest Turtle show, I did think the game was incredible. For me, it was like the Super Nintendo continued to exist in an age of 3D gaming. The game was the most fun I had in a long time, and was even challenging, just like the classics. Whereas the first 3D Turtles game was a joke, but don't worry, I'll get to that game someday. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles released on the Game Boy Advance October 21st of 2003. The game followed Foxbox's mega hit of the same name. The game isn't in chronological order with the series though, but in a way, it does retell the first season very nicely. So, people familiar with the show would get it. Sadly, this game received average ratings from game journalists like IGN and GameSpot when the game was released, so this epic game is kind of an unknown gem. Although in 2006, Konami did do a double pack with this and Battle Nexus for $30. My tips for this game are actually about Donnie's storyline, mainly the Baxter Stockman pole lasers, the glider stage, and the foot tech ninjas. Like past TMNT games, most obstacles follow a pattern. Climbing this pole may seem impossible at first glance, but once you get the timing down, it's really easy. The glider stage is both loved and hated by fans of this game. The trick is to remember you can shoot mines that aren't in motion. This is how you can sneak past mines that are in lines, without being turned into turtle soup. The foot tech ninjas are invincible until you turn on all the machines. Remember, Don can't double jump like his brothers, instead he has to use his staff to propel himself upward. So once you get this down, the game actually becomes easier. The level itself consists of 3 machines that Donnie needs to turn on. Once they're all on, then you can fight the foot tech robots. Just repeat this process until you actually win. Look, I know this opening stuff will sound a lot like nitpicking, but it needs to be addressed. Both Leo and Don's stages are practically the same. The sewer and Stockman's factory. Of course, with recycled stages comes recycled music, which is always a pet peeve of mine and a major shame in gaming. This game doesn't use pizza to restore your health either, actually use the TGRI canisters. Like that makes a lot of sense, right? The platforming in this game is terribly broken, so you will be happy that only Mikey has to deal with it. This is the only really time I had issues with actually jumping or the gameplay, which resulted in a lot of tragic deaths. The main issue I have with this game is actually the fight against Shredhead. Sure, Shredder has a pattern you can learn and pwn him with later, but until you get everything down like science, this boss fight is still pretty challenging. My final issue with this game is the cutscenes, or rather lack thereof, and just crappy still pictures with lots and lots and lots of text. I just couldn't seem to skip this stuff fast enough, but other than that, this game is actually pretty good. I'm actually going to do something a little bit different for once. I don't really do this very often, but the ending credits in this game were full of epic win! I mean, just look at that! Come on, that's pretty sick, guys. The turtles are jumping over rooftops, and all you see is their silhouettes. That is radical. Each turtle has his own distinctive personality in this game, which I really enjoyed. Raphael is impatient, Leo is always leading, and Mikey is eating potato chips when you just leave him alone. That's pretty funny. The gameplay I was very impressed by too. This game does the beat-em-up genre justice, and the turtles for that matter too. I was amazed at how many options Konami gave us during combat. It made my head spin. I can attack the guys button mashing style, I can do the classic jump attacks, I can do charging attacks, I can do special attacks, and I can now use new turtle-powered moves. What's not to love, folks? Truth be told, this game feels like a classic Turtles game from years of yore, and that's a very, very good thing. Besides the beat-em-up aspect of the game, most of the praise I've heard about this game is actually thanks to Donatello's hang glider shooter stage. Amazing tight controls and just a wicked fun experience throughout. The only downside is it's way too short, and once you get the hang of it, it's not really challenging anymore. Going through the game trying to collect the hidden crystals adds another dimension of replay value to this game. I also like the fact that players can replay their favorite levels whenever you wanted to. That also increases the replay value and fun factor. All in all, this was a great Turtles game, and during the rebirth of Turtle Power in 2003, this game was definitely worth checking out. You should be proud to have this game in your collection if you do. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles offers an in-depth experience, 5 chapters consisting of 4 stages each, 4 vehicle levels, simple pick-up-and-play gameplay that's fun, excellent music, decent sound effects, lots of Turtles fan service, and a bunch of replay value. So Kwing Reviews gives Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the Game Boy Advance an excellent 9 out of 10 and a recommendation to find this game or buy it or rent it or whatever you can do to play this game legally. This game is worth tracking down at EB Games as part of a bundle pack with Battle Nexus, since this game is continued, folks. Okay, that's going to wrap up another Turtles Month review. Keep in mind, because I'm doing so many Turtles reviews, this has been expanded to sometime in February or March. The next TMNT review is episode 5 in the series and will be a co-op adventure with my lovely bride. We will be giving you guys a 2-person vantage point on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, the Manhattan Project for the Nintendo Entertainment System, or NES. Trust me, you guys don't want to miss this. But first, Kwife and I have a very special Christmas surprise to all you patient fans out there. A game some of you have been waiting for since March of this year. Well, gamers, until next time, thanks so much for watching the most in-depth reviews on the planet. I know this show can get pretty lengthy, and I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to watch one of my episodes. Don't forget to check out my new reviews weekly for Game Nights Entertainment and GotGame.com. This is Kwing as always saying God bless and happy gaming until we meet again, gamers. Cue the theme music!